So, ladies and gentlemen, what were the Montreal Canadiens thinking in the 1977 NHL Amateur Draft? Well, he took a lot of key players that year, including Mark Napier, Craig Laughlin, and Rod Langway. But he drafted, get this, 7 goaltenders. And you're saying to yourself, how could the Montreal Canadiens draft 7 goaltenders? But what really helped them there, you weren't sure that Dryden was going to last into the early 80s, which he didn't, was 17 rounds. So Montreal decided to take a lot of chances on various prospects in her system. Now he took some strong forwards, and that was a year as well. He took Norm Dupont and Mo Robinson and the great Gordy Roberts. Now the first situation for Montreal was Rob Holland, who he took 64 overall from Montreal of the Q League in the fourth round. And what was ironic here, ladies and gentlemen, Richard Sevigny, who was a big goalie for Montreal later on, was a deep pick, 124th overall from Sherbrooke. And we said to ourselves, well, that's going to be it for Montreal drafting goalies. But it didn't end there. There was a lot of goalies taken that year. The third goalie Montreal took was someone called Barry Barrett, again from Cornwall, which was a big feeder system for junior players at the time in the Q. Now here it gets very interesting. In the 10th round, Mark Holden from Brown of the ECAC, a very, very prestigious college goalie, was taken 160th overall by the Habs. And again, it didn't end there. By the time the 12th round came along, Montreal was at it again. They took Kerry Walker from New Westminster of the WCHL, 174th overall. Now, as the rounds went on, they took Mark Wills and Stan Palmer, non-goalies, won 176 and 177. Now here it gets freaky again. With pick number 179 in the 14th round, he took Jean Belial, and 180th he took Bob Daly. Jean Belial from Chicoutimi of the Q, while Bob was with Ottawa of the OMJHL. So it was a very interesting situation because two or three of those goalies he took again were high up in Major Pro. Sevigny and Holden, and I think Holland, if I remember my stats. And I want to just talk a little bit about Holland because he was supposed to be big on the radar for Montreal long term. Again, played with Montreal of the Q, had some good numbers, a good solid player, 6'1", 180. Only played in Pittsburgh for that big 79-80 season. So he was a good prospect. Again, very big midget coming out. Played with Longueuil of the Quebec Junior A League in 75 with 36 contests, 76 and 77 in the Q, combined 82 games with a 4.5 combined ERA. He eventually made his NHL debut in relief of Greg Millen during Pittsburgh 4-1 victory at Boston in 1979. Again, he stopped 19 shots in 34 minutes and named the game's #1 star. Now, he set the Pittsburgh record since broken of 1,114 consecutive minutes in goal in 1980. Now, he was eventually traded by Pittsburgh New York Islanders in exchange for future considerations, but never played with the Islanders. Now, a very, very strong minor league player. Played Nova Scotia, Binghamton of the AHL, Indy of the CHL, Toledo, Indianapolis, Springfield, Milwaukee as well. Springfield was in the IHL, and Toledo, Indianapolis, and Milwaukee of the IHL. He won an Adams Cup in 82 and 83 with Indy, but in 82 did not play. He won the AHL Holmes Award for lowest team goals against average in 77-78 for Nova Scotia, co-winner with Maurice Barrette. He won the CHL Sawchuck Trophy, lowest goals against average in 82 and 83 for Indy, and he was co-winner with Kelly Roulley in the 83 season. CHL All-Star second team in 83 with Indy, CHL All-Star game 83 with Indy. Indy records most career games by goalie 111, most shutouts in the season 4, and shares that record. He was a CHL goals against average leader with Indy in 83 with 287, Nova Scotia shutouts leader, AHL in 79 with 2, CHL shutouts leader in 83 with Indy with 4, IHL shutouts leader with Indy in 85 with 4. He was the IHL playoffs shutouts leader with 1 with Indy in 85. Now, he played 7 games in 82 for the Toledo team, that won the IHL regular season playoff titles, but was not with them in the postseason. Now, he played on the CHL regular season champions for Indy in the 83 campaign. War number 45 in Indianapolis. Now, he was known as Bob, Robbie, and Robert Holland during playing this. Now, this was the big deal, of course. Montreal had traded Holland and Pat Hughes to Pittsburgh in exchange for Denny Harrow and an 82 second round pick, Jocelyn Govreau on August 30th, 79, deep in the preseason, and because Dryden was not coming back. So he had Harrow, Sevigny, and Walmsley, and some other players in the mix. But Rob Holland, again, 1-7 chance to make the NHL, and he would have been maybe a number 3 in Montreal, but I think trading with the Pittsburgh gave him that chance to play. But after that one season, not like I said, not much going on. So you're saying to yourself, what was Sam Pollock thinking, drafting 7 goalies? Well, like I said, each one of them had their advantages, and 3 out of 7 is not bad, because 3 of them again became strong representatives in the NHL. Now, a lot of people believe he was first scouted actually at the 1970 Quebec International Pee Wee Hockey Tournament in 1970, because he was playing with a strong minor hockey team from Villemar, which is known for different prospects. Now, just the rough numbers, ladies and gentlemen. Played parts of 2 seasons with the Penguins, by the way, in 79-80 and 80-81. He played also in the minors with Nova Scotia, Binghamton Whalers, where he had 7 games. Indianapolis Checkers, his best season with them was 83, 24-11-1, and was strong in the postseason as well. And played with the Checkers when he moved to the IHL, Springfield Indians and Indy Checkers in 86. He played in the postseason, the IHL in 86, and wrapped up with a career-high 66 games with the Milwaukee Admirals in 1987. So that's the story of the Super 7 of the 1977 draft, and Robert Holland, the big in the Denny Harrow trade. If you like what we're doing here with our NHL podcast, let me know with a like, comment, subscribe, or share.